Solving a log equation with complex numbers. So first thing, left hand side, natural log of x, that means base is e. Right hand side, a complex number. So first thing we do is use the definition of log, or write that in exponential form. So that will mean e to the power of 1 minus j equals x. That's the answer, x equals that. Just doesn't look like a very nice answer, so we'll carry on and we'll break this down a bit. So this is a power and the exponents are being subtracted, so we can break it apart saying e to the 1 multiplied by e to the negative j. So e to the 1 is e, and e to the negative j is the exponential form of a complex number. So we have to actually find what this complex number is. So let's write here e to the negative j means the number in front here is invisible 1, so the radius here is 1, and the theta that is invisible there is negative 1, so the angle in radians is negative 1. To get this rewritten in rectangular form, we will use the radius 1 outside the brackets, and then we'll use cosine of theta plus j sine theta. So this one was the radius, so I'll do it again. 1 multiplied by cosine of negative 1 plus j sine of negative 1. Doing the calc, cosine of negative 1 radians. So cosine of negative 1, that gives us 0.54 plus j, then sine of negative 1, that's negative 0.84. We'll just use 2 decimal places. So what we have to do now, well, expand this. 1 times that is just the same thing anyway. So 0.54, real part of the complex number. Then the imaginary part is actually negative, so let's use a negative here, negative j 0.84. So imaginary part is negative 0.84. So now this is actually the same as that, or actually the same as the orange bit here that we wanted to replace. So let's go back again. E multiplied by all of that orange bit there. So I'll use brackets. 0.54 minus j 0.84. So all we need to do now is expand that e, multiplying both the 0.54 and the 0.84. I have rounded this to 2 decimal places in the end. So e multiplied by 0.54 will give us 1.468, 3 decimal places, minus e again multiplied by 0.84 will give us 2.28, so j 2.28. So this is then the rectangular form of our x, that x that we had to calculate, which was already in that form, but we wanted it in rectangular form.